One night, the woman encountered something strange. A deep voice suddenly came from the direction of the door in her hospital room. As she moved closer to the sound, fog instantly appeared on the glass, and then some strokes materialized out of nowhere. Eventually, four big characters formed. You are not alone. After a while, the words slowly faded away. Mary was so frightened by this eerie event that she couldn't close her eyes the whole night. The next day, after taking her medication, Mary was taken to the bathroom. She felt very uncomfortable being so open with so many people around her. However, shortly after she started bathing, she heard that same voice from the previous night. She noticed that the faces of the people around her had become grotesque and distorted. In her panic, she once again saw the girl from that night. The girl, holding a small knife, suddenly swung it toward her. Mary instinctively raised her hand to block it. Not long after, she collapsed in a pool of blood. But the truth was even more horrifying to everyone. Everyone claimed it was Mary's self-harming act, but Mary completely denied it. Jack, her trusted work partner, believed she could no longer distinguish between reality and delusion, so her medication dose needed to be increased. Jack had been Mary's second most trusted person, aside from her husband, and before her marriage, there had been some unresolved tension between them. Since even Jack thought she had really gone mad, Mary decided to request a new primary doctor. She went to the newly appointed director and made her request, but the answer was a firm refusal. Jack was now the best doctor at the hospital, and the one who knew Mary the best. Mary placed her hopes in her lawyer, only to find out that she would have to stand trial next week. The evidence proving her as the murderer was already concrete. Even if she tried to use the excuse of sudden mental illness as her defense, it would be difficult to earn the jury's trust. The sheriff in charge of the case was a childhood friend of her husband. After a few words, he could no longer control his emotions, and directly showed Mary the crime scene photos. The gruesome state of her husband shocked Mary to the core.